Well, hi there viewers, Princess Strawberry here. So in today's video we are visiting not only a mausoleum but another cemetery. So in yesterday's video, literally across the road is the other cemetery that I visited, and now we're going to explore the other side, two cemeteries across from each other. So because the gates are open, I'm assuming it's for the public. So I mean, I was way over there where the bridge is, but I didn't want to cross people's yards because it looks like someone lives here. So I was looking for the entrance, and I guess I found it. So yeah, the gates are open, so I'm assuming it's open for the public because it says right there, closed, no entry. So if the gates are closed, they don't want you exploring. So this is kind of cool. So the mausoleum is straight ahead. Now, I don't think we're allowed to go in it. I don't think that's actually open for the public. But we can get a close-up anyway. It's actually pretty cool. I know a mausoleum when I see one. What does this sign say? There's a car right there. So, or a truck. You really want to be Pacific. No artificial plants or flowers between April 30th to October 31st. Okay, that I agree with. Glass jars, tin cans, plant hangers prohibited. Do not park on grass. That is very respectful. I agree. Cars driven on paved roads do so at own risk. Artificial plants, flowers, etc. must be removed before May 1st. No dogs allowed. I can agree. Speed limit 15k by order of the cemetery board. And then there's a number if you need to ever call them. So I agree with all those rules actually. What's this say? Oh, it's just a sign. I'm assuming they put that on the road to tell you, sorry, we're closed. But that's kind of cool, actually. Yesterday, like when I took the city bus home and we drove past this way, I was like, oh, there's another cemetery? You know, I know what tomorrow's video is going to be about. So this is a mausoleum because a lot of people were asking. And another fan has requested me on Twitter this time to do the overnight 3 a.m. challenge here, but most cemeteries close, and like I said a minute ago, it looks like someone lives here and they own this cemetery, so they're most likely going to be closing at night. Doors are locked. I didn't think it'd be open for the public, but get the shivers down my back. It's awesome. I actually did not get much sleep last night because I was excited to do this video, if that sounds weird, but this is kind of neat. So in yesterday's video, I kind of was looking for the biggest tombstone. So I don't know what I'll find this time. Like I said, every cemetery is different. But not only does it start here, it looks like it goes all the way across and way behind the mausoleum. Now, for those who don't know what a mausoleum is, let me explain. It's basically where they store the dead bodies in coffins until they're going to bury them. And usually during winter, that's where the bodies would be kept over winter because the ground is too hard to dig any hole. So basically that's what a mausoleum is. And if you want to look in, if you want to get an idea of what a mausoleum is or what it looks like online, I can't even speak because I'm also nervous and I'm also cold. But there's a movie called The Haunted Mansion, and Jim Carrey, I think, is in that movie. I can't quite remember, but they there's a mausoleum in that video anyway, and they actually went inside. They took a key from some, I think it was coffin, and the bodies started coming alive. So it's kind of creepy, but it's a really good movie if you like to check it out. Wow, they have a lot of empty space. If I could speak today, there's a tombstone up against the tree. Actually, there's a couple up against the tree. So I did see a truck here. Oh, there's a back door to the mausoleum. So like I said in yesterday's video, on Minecraft, my boyfriend and I built an actual mausoleum. And it had a whole bunch of rooms and even underground a couple feet. And it kept going underground. And we actually built plots where you would actually put a person or a body. And then we'd go into survival mode and try and survive walking through because we filled it up with a whole bunch of monsters, zombies, ghosts, you name it. So, of course, I died like 4 times, and he's probably just better at the game than I am. Yeah, there's a tombstone up against the tree. Now, just a heads up, if you ever try to pick one of these up, they're extremely heavy. I mean, I believe people go to heaven if they pass. But if a spirit is haunting a specific place, like a house or abandoned whatever, hospital, military, apartment, then it's probably they didn't find their way or something really bad happened. That's what I believe. And I see a lot of YouTube videos of people going to places. Like yesterday, this one guy literally went to this abandoned house, I think it was, I think it was either in the basement or the backyard. But anyway, he found these stairs that lead down under the ground, and then he went under a whole bunch of things. I'll probably leave a link in the description box so you guys can watch it if you want to check his video out. But anyways, he found an underground mausoleum. He found a coffin in the middle of the floor. He was tempted to open it, but every time he tried, something would make a noise and it scared him. The chairs were stacked on top of each other. The chandelier was moving. So obviously I have a feeling that some spirit did not want him touching the coffin. So, but yeah, you guys can see that's the bridge. I also did not like that bridge because every time a big truck or car drove by, I'd feel it shaking. And I did not like that feeling. And yeah, I seen a part of the cemetery over here, but I'm not going to cross people's property when there's an entrance way over there. I can walk. So, but okay, either I'm seeing things or there's a face on this tombstone. Okay, moving on. Tombstones fell down. What? It's up to the crypt keeper if they want to fix it. Don't try and fix anything in the cemetery. Oh, this is like, either this is a really old tombstone or someone destroyed it. I hate when people disrespect things like this. Come on, man. It's like a family member used to clean a church that I went to, and when she went to the bathroom, it should only be paper towel or toilet paper in the garbage can, and she says it felt heavier than usual, and someone threw a cross about that size in the garbage can, and she doesn't know why they did that. Yes, I do believe in God, and I don't know if they were angry or what was going on. How big is this cemetery? I'm just walking around. My nose is running. But you know, it was really creepy and out of town though. There was a cemetery and I found my name on a tombstone. There was no last name, no birthday, nothing, just the first name. And I'm like, that's just the creepiest thing. So, but it's just like, we're gonna go over here for a second. But again, I'm probably not gonna vlog the whole time I'm here, but if I happen to, there probably most likely will be a part 2. Yes, like I said before, my phone battery is absolute crap and doesn't like to hold charge. So I have a backup phone here. It's a Samsung. It's a lot smaller than what I'm holding right now. And I should probably turn it off just to save the battery. Also, before I came to the cemetery, I decided, because it was going to take at least an hour or so to get here, I had my phone at 100%, turned it off until I got to my destination or location, and then I would turn it back on. What happened here? Let's go find out. I swear, if anything jumps out of the ground, I will scream like a little girl, and if your volume is up right now, I would probably turn it down during this video, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I get scared, I'm going to scream, and I will let it out. I've actually made people's eardrums ring for a good half an hour. Oh, there's an old vehicle down there. Of course, I'm not going to go down there, because we're not even... There's a vehicle, like an old golf cart. Yeah, I can't even speak. So, excuse me, I've taken some pretty cool pictures so far. Excuse me. So, but on my Facebook, Everything will be linked down below, just so you know. On my Facebook, I've been posting my adventure photos. I mostly post the videos on my YouTube channel. What's with all the flags? Can we walk over here? That's not really a path, though. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm gonna actually go up to one and see. There's a big tombstone right there, so I'm wondering, are these soldiers? 1994. Oh, these must be soldiers because there's poppy at every single one. This person has 3. But 1994 is the year I was born. I'm probably not going to video this whole area, but... Okay, so in yesterday's video, when I told you guys I was over at the cemetery across the road, I was seeing these letter blocks, and I'm not quite sure what they are. I just snapped a little picture because I'm going to show my grandma later what I'm talking about, because she doesn't know what there are. I don't know if it's the first initial or what it is, but yeah, I looked through here. I think it must be like a good chunk of soldiers, but it's pretty cool. I'm going to go see the big one, the big tombstone. There's some Canadian flags. What does this say? Lest we forget, branch 55, dedicated to the memory of departed comrades. Memory. So I'm guessing this is like soldiers. That's a bunch of soldiers that were in the war. 2014, that was recent. Okay guys, I'm not gonna walk all the way down, but this one was recent. 2014, because this is 2017 and he has 2 poppies. I guess if they have family members that are still alive, I guess they can put stuff down. But this is kind of neat. In yesterday's video, I told you guys I seen an old-fashioned tombstone. I seen a tombstone with a picture of a girl on it. And then I also seen a heart tombstone. So every tombstone is different. It just depends what a family can afford. That scared me. That was a truck. Made me jump for a minute. 1995. Wow. There's dirt right there. Also, yesterday I stepped in a couple of holes and it scares me. Is there a person over there? I don't know, but we're going to find out really quick. James something. That's... See, I'm not sure what the stuff is that grows on tombstones. Izzard. 1959, 1980. 1047. .1047 is either the time they passed away or the actual date. And wow, that's pretty old if that's the, unless I'm reading it wrong. Let me see. I think I'm reading it. Nope, it's 1947. There's some stuff growing on its tombstone. Sorry about that. I made a mistake because I was going to say, if that says 1047, that's a long time ago. Because we're in the 2000s. Major. Phil Hall. 2005. That's a nice tombstone. You know what's really cool? My phone's still at 70%. And we're only in this video for about 15 minutes. So. But just to let you guys know, please be respectful when you're walking through cemeteries. If you see something on the ground really cool and neat, leave it there. It's most likely something that belonged to someone's gravestone or grave, and then the wind might have flew it somewhere. It's like that leaf right there, for example. That might look pretty cool, but that belongs to the cemetery. I wouldn't take it home. Oh, this is pretty. See, this is what I mean. There's pictures. 1997, 1991, 1950. Pictures, and that is really pretty. It looks like there's some white wax right there. Someone might have lit a candle for them. That's really pretty, actually. Now, this video might be shorter than most of my videos. There's a bunch of garbage and crap back here. Why do people do this? Looks like there's an old air conditioner. I'm trying to look for the word. But it looks like we're at the end of the cemetery. And that's a storage unit. So that building I seen in yesterday's video was most likely a storage unit, because I know a mausoleum when I see one. Now, one of the questions was I was going to ask, but I don't see anyone else here. That mausoleum that's in this cemetery, I'm wondering if the two cemeteries share the same mausoleum, because there's no mausoleum in that other cemetery. It's just a question I had. Hi, Mr. Sun. We look bright today. There's another pile of dirt. Probably either extra dirt or dirt that they used. There's another tombstone with pictures on it. Love lifts us up. That has an eagle on it. That is beautiful. And for a lot of people that don't know, there's supposed to be like a little pot thing that you pull out of the ground and you flip around and you set there and you can put flowers in, but it looks like theirs is missing. There's a tombstone right here. Kind of hidden. I didn't even notice that until like now. This one looks like a shape of a heart. It is a shape of a heart. Wow. Oh, don't tell me. There was a little boy that passed away. That's sad. Little boy blue, go blow your horn, the sheep in the meadow and cows of the corn. And where is our Dan that looks after the sheep under the haystack fast asleep? I remember that nursery rhyme. Daniel Lucas, Forever Young, April 9th, 1993 to April 30th. So, give me a second. So he was only about 5-6 years old. Oh, that's too bad. It always breaks my heart when I see kids buried, especially if a baby was buried. And I'm just like, no. Looks like he has some toys here. I actually seen that one of those videos on the news one time where this little boy's brother passed away, and the brother that was still alive came to the cemetery and would play with his brother at the cemetery. So it was kind of cool. So it was the youngest brother that passed away. The oldest was about 7 years old, and the oldest would be the one coming to the cemetery and playing with cars and whatever for over 2 hours. And I thought that was really cute and nice. But in my opinion, we got an angel. Okay, I'm seeing a rectangle of fresh grass, so I'm not going to step here. Just be respectful. We got some ribbons. Happy birthday. So it must have been their birthday pass. That's a nice angel. So, but like I said in yesterday's video, if you guys see a graveyard, a graveyard and a gravestone with a rectangle patch of dirt in front of the stone, that person was recently buried. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell right here. There's like a rectangle green patch. So that tells me maybe a while ago they were buried. But there's another picture of a girl. Loving wife and mother. 2012. That sucks. Somebody lost their mother. We have a light. Andrew J. Was he a priest? Loving father, Anthony and Adam. Loving partner and friend of Kathy and Kalea. With God forever. Oh, there's a tool. There's a monkey wrench on there, and it looks like one of those old-fashioned map tools, but it's pretty cool. What's this one say? There's some stuff right there. It looks like a toy truck of some sort. You know, that could be a mixer. 2012. Dear friend and wife of... And there's a bunch of rocks there. One of them says Spirit on it. Yep, it's one of those cement mixing trucks. That's pretty. So this is what it looks like behind me. It looks like they have a whole another acres of land for the cemetery. I'm gonna go read what that sign says. I'm probably not gonna explore the rest of the cemetery. See, this is what I mean. That might look cool or whatever. I think it's some kind of mesh, but I just leave it here. I never take things from the cemetery. If anything, I'll add something. But it looks like there's a whole other part of the cemetery. Wow, my camera's like really blurry. Yo, what's going on here? There we go. But it's basically the same sign that we saw at the front of the beginning of the cemetery. But there's not much over here. Like, I think there's some tombstones. But that's a whole nother acres of land. And I'm just gonna go up quickly and see. Is there actually... There is. But these are all newer stones, it looks like. Wow, they're like everywhere. I thought I heard someone walking. Okay, maybe I'm just paranoid. Okay, let's see. There's tombstones everywhere. Now, these are the newer versions, I think. I was told by a crypt keeper and by a friend that just recently had a family member pass away. No way. Okay, we'll get to that plot. We'll get to this story in a minute. But my friend was saying that they prefer to have a lot more tombstones like this so that they can cut the grass around it easier. But so remember when I said, like, maybe not even 10 minutes ago, if you see a plot that's like this, whoa, my lord, I stepped in a hole. But this means someone was freshly buried. So you should be respectful. Frozen. How soon were they? Okay. Well, why is it like that if they weren't buried recently? 1801, 1974, but why is it like this? If they were not buried recently, then why does their plot look like that? No offense. That usually means someone was recently buried, unless someone was added to the plot. That's the only thing I can think of. But there's another flag. There's something tied around the tree. I'm hearing a bird over there. But yeah, it looks like this is just the back of the cemetery. There's a lot of reefs. So I'm not sure. I think that's all houses back there. Again, I'm not going to go exploring too far because I don't know how far the cemetery really goes. I'm thinking just to that gate. But yeah, this video is a little shorter than yesterday's video. I guess there was more to see at the other cemetery. But anyways, I'm gonna go back up to the mausoleum, as I call it. Yeah, I was just gonna say something. So a lot of people are getting confused. A mausoleum and the morgue are, I believe, two different things. A mausoleum is usually a big building, and I know when I see it, and it's sitting right there. That's the mausoleum right there. I know when I see the mausoleum. I know every time I see it, I just get this feeling. I know what it is. But no, I thought I'd do some more adventure type videos because I like going on adventures. And walking through a cemetery doesn't really bother me, other than the fact stepping in holes or seeing some things. But a lot of people were suggesting I do the overnight 3 a.m. challenge in the cemetery, but like I said before, it's not something I would actually do because I feel I'd be disrespecting the peace. And two, this looks like it's a private cemetery and that gate would be closed. So most likely they close the gate at night because they don't want people coming in. I had a family member constantly tell me jokes about the cemetery. Why do they put a gate around the cemetery? Because people are dying to get in, or people or something anyway to keep the dead people in. It was just a bunch of cemetery jokes that I was told. But no, that one video I was telling you guys about. Hello? Oh, it's a leaf. I'm such a scaredy wuss. But that video I was talking about, the beginning of the video, about that guy that went down and found an abandoned mausoleum. There was actually coffins in there, and surprisingly the one was empty. I will link it down in the description box below. So, but what's this say? It's basically the same sign that we've seen before. There's a sewer. There's the mausoleum. So I'm probably gonna end this video soon because my hands are getting cold, and I'm gonna go home, upload my video, update the description box. Hi. So in the description box, I'll leave that video. I'll name it the abandoned mausoleum video. It'll be at the top of the description box, and underneath will be links to all my social media sites. You guys have been messaging me mostly on Twitter and Instagram, I think it was. But that's the back of the mausoleum. Holy crap, it is so windy out. And my socks are falling off my feet again. Like, literally. But they put a lock on it so that people don't vandalize it. I'm actually really surprised right now that there's no vandalism done to this building, because I've seen buildings before in cemeteries, not just mausoleums but storage units, and people have gone and done graffiti with spray cans or whatever all over it, and that's very disrespectful as far as I'm concerned. There's a random hole in the ground. There is one thing I want to check before I leave, but there's again the front shot of the mausoleum, and I know a mausoleum when I see one, because I'm telling you right now, that ain't no storage unit. But we're gonna look at this. This is cool. 2017, that was recent. I'm not sure what this is, but this is kind of cool. Oh, we got some poppies. That poppy is a little orange. Never seen an orange poppy. It's probably because the sun bleached it, to be honest. Cool, we're leaving coffee for the dead. Enjoy. It might be a hot chocolate, I don't know. We got another bleached poppy. I'm assuming it's bleached. We got some flowers. This is pretty cool. We got more poppies, more flowers. What's on this side? Oh, we're missing the plaque. So that person must be alive. But that is pretty cool. But if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, comment down below your video suggestions, or feel free to check the description box out and message me on any one of my social media sites. And if you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit that subscribe button. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.